Wait, you want to repeat that question?
No. I really don't want to think for the moment. I'll get there.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2021 IT Northeastern District meeting. My name is Luigi Casanelli. I'm a traffic engineer and part-time YouTuber. Today, we're going to be conducting hot seat interviews where we ask hot questions while we eat even hotter chicken wings. And today, we have Adam Levine, our special guest. And for those of you who don't know who Adam Levine is, he's the Director of Traffic Safety and Mobility for the New York State City region of New York State Department of Transportation. In his capacity, Adam and his team work to improve safety and reduce congestion on the city's highways. He has served with New York State DOT for 31 years, with previous positions in the Hudson Valley and Long Island regions. Adam has a diverse experience in traffic operations, highway design, major projects, and public and governmental affairs. Adam, welcome.
Luigi, thank you.
So, a couple of house rules I just want to go over before we start the interview. So, before we start, once you have your first chicken wing, make sure you don't rub your eyes. I'm telling everybody this, okay?
Understand.
The next one, you did sign the waiver not to sue IT, right? Have you read it? No?
Yes.
And
of course.
finally,
Might regret that.
and finally, I think I may have lip gloss somewhere, but if you need it, I have it in the bag. Oh, you have it. Okay, you're better than me. Excellent, excellent. So before we start, I just want to let everybody know that are watching this. I know what you must be thinking. Oh, this is going to be, you're going to laugh at us eating all these hot sauces and everything. But what I really want to highlight is 10 amazing health benefits of eating hot peppers, okay? Benefits the digestive tract, which I can attest to, promotes a healthy heart, mitigates migraines, relieves joint pain, improves metabolism. I've lost 2 pounds since yesterday, my last interview. It quells psoriasis, reduces cancer, fights the flu, prevents bad breath, and prevents allergies. So Adam, who do you think is going to have the last laugh?
They are, Luigi, they are.
I was trying. All right, so.
Good try.
All right, I was trying to be convincing. But anyways, with that, so before I ask you a question,
Okay.
we're going to have our first chicken wing, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so let's start.
This one right here, right?
Yeah, the one on the left. And
Okay.
actually, I have to get it's all right? Just a thing to put your chicken wing there, and I forgot to do that before we started.
Okay.
So the one left to right. So we're doing the first one. It's the Monkey Howler.
Okay.
And this one here is a Scoville level of 400. So,
Try.
cheers.
Cheers.
That one's not too bad.
So far, we're okay. I know where this is going though, so.
Trying to prepare you.
Thank you, thank you. I think I actually can drink water on this one. Won't make it too much worse.
So Adam, tell us about your passionate story, career path, and how it helped you get to your current position.
Well, I've got a little bit of, I guess, a meandering career path compared with some of my peers and my friends in the field. I have got an engineering degree, civil engineering degree from my university, but then I kind of meandered a bit within the Department of Transportation. I grew up on Long Island, so I was very happy when I was able to get a position at our Long Island office, and I was there for about 12 or 13 years. And I was actually, one of the things that I know we're going to talk a little bit later about, recommendations for younger staff. I took opportunities, when they came along. So there were opportunities where I could, get into different groups. I took a look around at different aspects of our department. We have a design group, a construction group, a traffic group, other groups. And at the time, we had a rotation program that actually allowed us to work a little bit of time in each one. So you get to see what each group does, and that gives you a great experience. You meet great people. And I was able to see that, you know what, you don't just have to sit in a design squad for your entire career. There are plenty of things that the Department of Transportation gets involved with. So I was fortunate enough to be able to get involved with, in the 1990s, computer visualizations of our construction projects, and value engineering when that was kind of a new concept, and some of the other, getting involved with the computer side of our house, which was, also relatively new in the 1990s. So, it was fun to get really my fingers, into some of those things. It was a great experience. And then, the unfortunate events of September 11th sent our department into a mode of, we need to repair the highway right next to the World Trade Center, and they put out a call around the agency for folks who would be interested in coming in to help, and I raised my hand. Fortunately, I knew one of the other people who was there, and he said, yeah, we're still bringing people in. Joe Brown, he's my former boss, regional director, now at Suffolk County DPW. He said, come on down and, we'll interview you, and took a position there, and that was great. It was working on a major project for a few years, almost like national level interest in the project, and from there, I also, this was another kind of meandering path. I was out at a wedding in Mattituck, and taking the train back to my apartment in Manhattan, and I got a call from a coworker in our Queens office. Would you be interested in being our public information officer? What is that? I don't even know. What a public information. I'm an engineer. Why would you? I think I might have written an article for a newsletter, and somebody saw it and said, maybe you can put a couple words together. So they gave me that opportunity, and I said, well, I'll give it a try. I enjoyed that. And then the next thing, they were, there was a position at one of our transportation management centers, the one in our Hudson Valley office in Westchester. And it's interesting that the parallels between being a public information officer and a TMC manager, it's all about communications. So,
By the way, that's next door to my house.
Is it really? Okay, well, have you been there?
Yeah, once, a while back when it first opened.
All right. Great place, and much busier now, which I think we'll talk about in a little bit. But so that led to, being, so I didn't really come up through the ground floor of our traffic group. I kind of bounced around from our design group to major project to, communications, and then into our TMC. And from there, I moved up through our traffic group in the Hudson Valley, and now here in New York City. So it's been great. I really loved it.
It sounds like you have a nice, well-rounded view of traffic engineering, project management, and civil engineering as a whole.
It has worked out well, yes. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. All right, let's have our next chicken wing, and the next one is this has got a Scoville of 4,000. This is the Heartbeat Hot Sauce, a red habanero. Let's try it out.
Let's try it on. Nope. Eye touching so far, I'm happy to say. Uh-oh. I think I'm getting a preview of that one because I got some on my finger and licked it off.
So far, so good. The first one actually hit me a little bit, but
yeah. This one's hitting me a little bit, maybe because of that extra kicker I gave it.
Well, I was being nice. When I put number 4, it spilled over, and I took that wing and I gave you the better one, so I'll take the hit for you later. Next question. Tell us about your agency. Give us some highlights about recent projects. What made them special?
I need a second. Funny story. When I eat food that's really hot, I get the hiccups. So that one was starting to give me the hiccups a bit.
I got the hiccups yesterday, actually.
Okay.
I know the feeling.
Question again?
Sure.
Tell us about agency.
Tell us about your agency.
Okay.
Give us some highlights.
So, I'll start, I guess, in the Hudson Valley. Well, I mentioned already the work that we did at the West Side Highway back about 15 or 20 years ago, which was definitely a highlight, but that's not recent. What is recent, that's going on right now in the Hudson Valley, and then I'll get to our New York City office, is the Hudson Link project that is putting a brand new bus service in place. It's in place now for a couple of years from Rockland County into Westchester.
Yeah.
across the Governor Mario and Cuomo Bridge. That is a very exciting project because DOT up to this point had helped funding with local transit, but we hadn't actually run a transit service. So this is a transit service that the DOT put in place, which is pretty cool and was a very exciting project to work on. When I initially got the call about that project from our commissioner at the time, I was the TMC manager, and I thought, oh, this is great. We'll get a few extra variable message signs out here. Maybe we'll get a couple cameras. It's a boon for us in terms of ITS. I had no idea what the project was about. So I thought, well, we'll get some more toys to play with. But sure enough, we are getting plenty of toys to play with. But it's all about integrated corridor management and all those kinds of tools. And people getting on a bus and suffering and knowing that how long it's going to take them to get to their stop in Tarrytown or White Plains, and then how long it's going to take them to get into the city, and all of that is information that's available as soon as they get on the bus or even before, which is awesome. In our New York City office, I was fortunate before I went to the Hudson Valley to be kind of on the tail end of being in the communications group for the Kosciuszko Bridge, which was one of our major projects, and was, I believe, our first major design-build project that kind of showed us a little bit how to do design-build projects. We're fortunate now that I'm in the traffic group, and our TMC, the JTMC in New York City, manages the light shows on the K Bridge. So that's kind of exciting too. We get to take care of the bridge now that it's been completed. There are a couple additional major projects we've got going on. We've got the Hunts Point Access Improvement Project. That's going to really, take a lot of trucks off of local streets in the Hunts Point area. And we've got the Van Wyck Expressway Capacity Improvement Project that's got a couple of phases going. We've got in New York City right now, we've got about $2.5 billion worth of work going on in construction right now. And then there's additional work that's in our, design and planning group. So there's a lot of exciting stuff going on. And then I don't want to forget to mention, of course, the project that we're working on together, Luigi, which is iRoad, which is our traffic portal that's going to help us examine these construction projects, both, and you know this, but I'll tell folks who may not be familiar with it, we've been working together for a couple of years now with the New York State DOT, MTA Bridges and Tunnels, New York City DOT, Port Authority, New York and New Jersey, New York City DDC, Con Edison, and other groups, New York Thruway Authority, to sit down every 2 weeks and talk about what construction we've got in the field with an eye toward keeping things moving, keeping people moving, not letting people get bogged down in construction project after construction project after construction project. So with your help, with the help of your team and our team, we are developing this portal that's going to allow the agencies to go in there and put all this information, construction, location information, crash information, incident information, speed, travel time, all of that, diversion information, and figure out when these projects are lined up the way they are, where people are going to go, how quickly are they able to get there, where they might divert to, and what we need to do in order to make things as smooth as possible for everybody. That's a really exciting project. So that's just a handful.
I'm really happy to help and enjoying that project, and it's going to be really great for the region. So
definitely.
Excellent. No, this is good stuff. Yeah. And next one, next wing. Let's go to the next question.
Next wing. All right, try some water right now.
Yeah, try some water. The next one is the all-natural zombie apocalypse sauce.
Okay.
If that's even all natural. All right, so that's the middle one with
what's the Scoville rating?
The Scoville rating on that one is about 24,000.
Oh boy, we're jumping up.
Yeah, we're jumping up.
Exponential. Okay. Yeah, that one's got a kick in the back of the throat, doesn't it?
Yeah, that one has a kick.
Yeah, it went down. When I first took a bite, I'm like, this one's not bad, but
So this is the third time I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better. I'm not sure. It's so far so good, so I'm not going to complain.
I need more yogurt milk. Okay.
So next question.
Fire away.
What were some innovations and creative solutions that were successfully implemented during the pandemic?
Good question. So I think as everybody probably did back in, January, February, March of last year. Whew, this one's still going.
Please, have some more milk.
Yeah, I think I might need it. Pause that answer for a second.
And by the way, there are times where I had to repeat the question like 4 times because I was in pain or the interview was in pain, so don't worry about it. And by all means, take a break anytime.
Good. I think I'm good. We'll see. We saw the storm clouds gathering, but I kind of figured, all right, is this really going to impact us? We don't know yet. And then all of a sudden we were in the deluge. It seemed like everybody was sent home. Like one day we're okay, the next day everybody go home.
Yeah.
So we didn't know how that was going to work. And we had to rely on an IT office that was obviously overtaxed because they might have been prepared for a couple dozen, maybe even a couple hundred people to have to work from home, but not, in our agency, I think it's about 8,000 or so. I'm overstating because our maintenance folks around the state never, got to work from home, and our construction projects never got to work from home. They were out in the field the whole time. So it's just our office staff that was able to innovate and actually work from home.
Yeah.
There were some innovations, I think, in our construction and maintenance field offices, but they were more along the lines of probably, keeping them clean, and if there was anybody that tested positive, they, had procedures for cleaning and evacuating and then bringing people back. But in our central offices, our regional offices, people had to go home, and then they had to figure out how we're going to get the computers to be able to do what we do, how much productivity are we going to lose because, people are going to be home. Are they going to be able to take care of what they need to take care of when they're watching their children who are also at home, or, taking care of the dog, that's probably not used to all this attention and is therefore all excited that there are people in the house. So, but amazingly, and I shouldn't be amazed, but it kind of was amazing that we didn't really lose a beat. Everybody was able to pick it up and, I guess, cordon off whatever space they needed. And, people didn't buy their houses or rent their apartments expecting a pandemic that was going to keep them home and have to work out of a certain space for months. And even then, we thought it might last a couple weeks. We didn't expect it to go months and now into, year 2.
Yeah.
But we've been able to do it. I have to say for myself, I was, for the first probably 6 months or so of this, I was taking meetings from my bed, with my laptop on my lap and my notebook right next to me. Because we didn't really, the house is not super huge.
I think a lot of us share that same feeling.
It was, I had a camera that, I could have brought home and hooked up, but I didn't really want to. I didn't necessarily want, our bedroom on display. But fortunately, my wife for my birthday got me a nice little portable desk that now I put all my stuff on and can lay things out, and it's much more productive. But that has been something that's been really great. We really have not missed a beat in that regard. I'm thinking back to years ago when we would talk about continuity of operations. It's something that our department was very high on.
Yeah.
But it was always just paper. It was a form that we needed to make sure we filled out and updated every year, but we didn't really ever expect we were going to have to need it to this scale. Maybe one individual, as I was saying, field office or even regional office when there might be a fire in the building and folks needed to evacuate for a while. But this was the entire department at once, and it worked beyond what I was expecting and probably what most people were expecting. We did have some hiccups. Our JTMC that I mentioned a little while ago has been evacuated. I think it's 4 times now. Folks have tested positive because we have 3 agencies there: State DOT, City DOT, and NYPD. And each agency plus Office of Emergency Response for New York City DOT. They've each had somebody test positive, and therefore, we have to evacuate and then bring in a cleaner to clean it out, and then, bring people in gradually over days or maybe weeks. I think in the beginning we actually had kept it empty for a few weeks or a month while folks worked out of, nearby buildings or field offices. So we were able to get it going, and as I said, never missed a beat, which was just amazing. We have amazing people. It's great.
No, it's fantastic to hear that, and I think everybody shares the same sentiment across the industry, and hopefully, things are coming back to normal.
I have to give credit to Judith Peters, Sean Morgan at our JTMC, who were able to keep that facility running, without missing a beat. And the too many great people there to mention: Victoria Moran, Filani Smith, Chuck Maloney.
Yeah, kudos to everybody.
Yeah, it was great.
So, Adam, are you ready for the next one?
We're halfway there. I can't believe it's gone so quickly.
So just to give you an overview, this one here is the Bravado Spice Company Black Garlic Carolina Reaper. So this has a Scoville level of 74,000.
All right, we're tripling. All right. I like the math. That's fun.
I actually have a lot on this one, so
Okay.
I'm gonna feel this one.
Level of service D, huh? All right. I'm tempted to take a second bite, but I know better. But I see you are devouring the entire wing. I am not doing that.
I'm hungry. I didn't have lunch, so.
Taking a bite. Spreading the pain out a little bit. All right.
You okay?
I'm okay. I'm wondering when this one I feel like hasn't kicked in yet. I'm expecting it to any moment. How you doing?
No, I'm doing pretty well, actually.
Okay.
I have to tell you, the next one is where everybody falters.
All right. Okay.
So
Thank you for
get ready for that. So the next question.
Yeah.
What are 3 pieces of advice you would give engineers and planners entering the field?
Okay. Just a second. It's kicking in a little bit. Yeah. Oof. That Chobani's not helping.
Actually, I need to have some more milk on that one.
I know you're not supposed to drink water, but I got to do it.
No, do it. It's fine.
I'm not yet at the Beyonce put ice cubes on my head stage, but
There's ice cubes right there if you need them.
where?
Right here.
Oh wow. Cool. Not ready yet.
If you want me to reread the
No,
question.
no. Well, maybe, but not yet. I'm not ready to answer it yet, so there's no sense of rereading it yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely I'm starting to develop a taste for hot sauces, and I never had a taste for hot sauces.
Yeah.
But I think the first 2 are reasonable, and as they're getting progressively to the right.
All right, now if you could be so kind as reread the question when you're ready. When you're ready.
Sure, I'm ready. Okay. What are 3 pieces of advice you would give engineers and planners entering the field?
So the problem is breathing out. I do have advice. Just gonna take a minute to get there. And this isn't even the worst yet. It's getting a lot worse, I know.
It's okay. Take your time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take my time.
There's no rush.
I really underestimated that last one.
I have to admit, I am feeling it in my mouth. A little bit of tingling and stuff. It's when I talk, it's like the air that's coming out of my mouth is hot.
Yes.
That's the best way.
problem. I have to answer questions now, so I can't just keep my mouth shut.
Yes, I have to say the first time, one of the first times I did this, when we did the last dab, which is gonna be the last one, I accidentally spilt it, and that one there actually wasn't too bad till maybe a couple of minutes later. So I think that's what just happened with the Carolina Reaper, as the name suggests.
All right, I'm going to try and start this answer because I've had some time to think about it now. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. So I would say first, probably treat it kind of like college. I mentioned that, you dabble in things in college. I'm not touching my eyes, just touching my nose.
I was about to say, you break rule number 1.
You dabble in things in college. You try the drama club, you try the debate club, the newspaper. I don't know if there even are newspapers in college anymore. So it's the same thing at DOT. As I mentioned earlier, one of the earlier questions, try different groups when you get the chance.
Yeah.
See which one is a really good fit for your interests and your talents. But also try things beyond, your work. ITE is one example. ASCE, NYSDOT, New York State Association of Transportation Engineers, which is big within the Department of Transportation, is another one.
Which you're heavily involved in.
I am. We helped put on a conference in the Hudson Valley just a couple of years ago. We did a mini conference in New York City about a year and a half ago, and we're looking forward to getting those going again soon. But we also just did a Black History Month event in our office in February, which was a lot of work because it was all virtual. It was definitely more work than just having everybody show up for an hour and present a few things, because there was all the work that you know about in terms of editing videos and putting videos together and doing live presentations and all that. It's a lot of work. But just trying different things on, and charitable events that we do through the agency. We do a blood drive, or other things that I know. Carmen Velez in my office is huge on doing these very generous things. Carmen's got a heart of gold, and she just gets involved with so many different things. So it's really great that you just do things that there's always things that you can do that'll be interesting, that you can follow your passions for. I would also say bring ideas. If you're a young person and you just came out of college, or you've got other friends that are doing cool things at other agencies or other companies, bring those ideas to your supervisors at your agency, DOT or whatever place you work. We want to hear them. I mean, we don't want you to just do things our way. We want to maybe change the way we do things because of the way that that it can be done better. We want to hear how. So we have examples of that. Excuse me. I'm pretty old school. I'm amazed to say now. It seems like it's gone quickly, but I hear our folks doing things as easily as maybe using SharePoint to edit a document all at the same time. I'm like, wow, this is I know this has been around for 20 years, but we just hadn't really used it before, and it took some of our younger folks who grew up using it to show us how easy it is. And Microsoft Teams, which some of even our older folks are able to. It's still younger than me, but not just straight out of college, but they have some experience with it. Cuffy Andrews in our planning office, who showed me some of the ropes with Microsoft Teams. So those are the kinds of things that we want to hear, because they're going to make us all better. Make the team better, which is great. And then the last piece of advice I would give is, if you work in a good place, it's going to be like family. And that's going to be both in the positive and maybe some of the negative aspects. The positive, because you get to grow with these people, and you get to know each other, and you really get to kind of find out what people are really great at, and what people maybe aren't as comfortable with, and you can pick up the slack for them and things like that. It's really great in that regard. But also, especially if you work at an agency, you are going to be working with these people for probably many years to come, and you definitely try not to get on people's bad side if you don't have to, because they can hold a grudge for a long time, and it can make it difficult to do things, and it's just generally not a good thing to do anyway, right? So you want to try and work together. So I mean, that's definitely things that I've noticed in my time with our agency.
That's all great advice, and similar advice I would give all my juniors and everything.
Thank you. I kind of feel like talking more just to put off taking a bite of the next wing, but I'm done. So selfishly, I will ask additional follow-up questions when I can't get to the next one. So I did that yesterday. So it's a good technique, though. So I'm gonna drink this water so I can use the glass, I think, for the ice.
Absolutely. So just to warn you, this one here is called The Bomb, Beyond Insanity Hot Sauce. So I gotta tell you, so far everybody who's tried this hot sauce has had difficulty. So I'm warning you ahead of time, including myself.
Oh, that didn't work out well.
And I'm sure our audience is gonna enjoy this one.
Audience. Just trying to get a little ice in here for my, sorry, this will not be delicate, but I need the ice.
Oh
boy, let's go with the next one.
Actually, I would definitely put some, get the milk going.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna get ready myself.
Okay.
Get some ice in there. Oh, you're putting ice with the milk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
That's a good idea. I like it.
All right,
innovative.
which one is this? The bomb, and what's the number?
This one is The Bomb.
Yeah.
Beyond Insanity.
Yeah.
125,000.
Okay, all right, not doubling yet, but this one I know you said is a killer. And the last one had me seeing stars for a moment, so I'm expecting this one to be bad.
This one is going to be worse than the last one, I think.
Okay,
But
all
cheers.
right. Cheers. Cheers. I had to promise my body I will be good to it for many, many days to come after doing this. I promise you.
Like I said, there's a lot of good health benefits. Look, it relieves joint pain.
Yeah.
So, okay. Thinking about the future of transportation, what would you see as the next big challenge or challenges facing the industry that professionals should start thinking about? Wait, you want to repeat that question?
No. I really don't want to think for the moment. I'll get there.
Yeah, this one's a doozy. I was trying to read it really fast before I can't read it anymore.
Yeah. I hear you. Oh, now this one's in the back of my throat.
Yeah, this one's a hot one. Right now, it feels like my entire mouth is on fire. Doesn't it feel like someone's taking a blowtorch and just blowtorching your mouth? You can stand up if you need to.
Not yet, but maybe.
Whew. Oh my God, this is hot. By the way, I gotta do this again in about an hour.
Ah, that's crazy. That I don't understand.
Oh my God, it's like getting really hot again. I forgot this one gets really, really hot after.
This isn't going away.
I
It's
know.
gonna be a while. Yeah, is that for us, that fire truck?
I think we... Actually, oh my God, my mouth is like on fire right now.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
That's better.
15th floor. Please, don't stop.
So, thinking about the future of transportation,
Sure, yeah, that was it. I forgot the question. Thank you.
what would you say, what would you see as the next big challenge or challenges facing the industry? Oh, wait, I need a break, hold on.
Whew. For real with this?
That one's hot.
Why
my-
do people choose to eat this?
I have no idea. That one, I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
when you watch the videos,
Yeah.
everybody doesn't do well with the bomb. All right, I'm good, I'm good.
I'm not, but I'll try.
I just touched my eye, I shouldn't have
Future,
done that.
right? Future?
Think about the future of transportation.
Future.
What would you see as the next big challenge? Or challenges facing the industry that professionals, that we should be thinking about?
Well, we're living through one right now, which is COVID, of course. It'll be interesting. You know, we've all, I think, been looking to see as we go through this and live through this, what changes we're going through. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to talk. This is hard.
Yeah, oh my God, I just burned my eye.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine.
I mean, in addition to the life changes we're all making, we work in transportation, so the travel changes that are happening, and how's that going to impact what we do? Are they going to be permanent? Are people going to? Oh boy. Seeing you go through this makes me have to drink more too.
Oh God, I'm tearing right now, actually.
How many of these changes are going to be permanent? We do, of course, expect people are going to come back to the city to work, but our company is going to adapt to folks being able to work from home by letting them work from home some of the time, all of the time.
Yeah.
Is that going to create more living spaces in the city or more work? How's that going to adjust that balance? And what's that going to do? To trip destination, trip generation, origins, destinations, all that stuff that we're interested in. So we don't know what it's going to be. So I still got to take more of this. Also, the future is partly about connected and automated vehicles, right? So we want to see how that's going. Are you okay?
Yeah, and I'm fine. I'm just a little bit of burning.
Yeah. We want to see what's going to happen there. All these companies are trying to be the first to develop these amazing systems. We know what Tesla's been able to do, but we also see Google and all these other companies that are working on getting connected and automated vehicles out on the streets. But safety's the key. Nobody wants to get behind the wheel of a car and not be behind the wheel of a car if they don't trust that it's going to be safe. And as I've heard from experts in the field, I'm hoping to, develop my understanding to, come close to them on this. But their understanding of this is it's going to be a long time because driving is really challenging. Driving is more difficult than probably people give it credit for. And, the decisions that a driver has to make are very complicated for a human being to make, and they're going to be very complicated for an automated vehicle to make. The whole trolley problem about, if a ball is bouncing in front of a car and there's a child to the side, does the car veer out of the way to not hit the ball and potentially endanger the child, or does it know that it's a ball and just hit the ball? Or, those kinds of challenges are things that might be difficult to program. Fortunately, there are very smart people working on those problems, and we do hope that they can resolve them. And they probably already resolved them, and we just I haven't heard about it yet, but that's my understanding of it so far. So it'll be interesting to see how that works, but also how's that going to impact, we're trying to work towards more walkable and bikeable communities. How are connected and automated vehicles going to impact that? Are people going, are the cars going to stop every time somebody wants to cross the street? Ideally they are. There's going to be some of that, but how will that impact, mobility, and how will it impact development? Are people going to live in the same places they live now? Is that going to, are they going to need to own their own car? Will cars just kind of circulate around the neighborhood and you just call one up? And it's fun to think about. I don't think things are going to change, that quickly, but it is just kind of a nice thought experiment to see where things are going to go, and definitely interesting for folks in our field.
And just out of curiosity, now this is my extension question, so we can get ready for the next one.
I hope.
How's the DOT been trying to adapt their designs into accommodating the future of transportation? Or
we're certainly trying to do that. New York City right now has the pilot program. I know that the folks at New York City DOT are working on their connected vehicle program, their pilot to really pull a lot of data from this, and we also know what they're doing with their traffic signals to gather, so much data on the vehicles that go through traffic intersections. State DOT is looking to partner with everybody, all the agencies and the private companies to see where this is going. We're taking a look right now at the new MUTCD that's got a new chapter on connected automated vehicles and how that's going to impact us in terms of our pavement markings and our traffic signals, and making sure that they can all be at some point in the future interconnected, so that information perhaps can go from the traffic signal directly into folks' vehicles. That kind of thing. So it's definitely interesting, and we're going to see where that goes. So.
Great answer. Great answer. So we're on our last wing.
Oh boy.
Last question.
Just recovered from that one, and that took a long time.
Yeah, I know. It's we gotta extend that last question a little bit.
Yeah, we do.
So
I bought 3 of these, and I really thought I was only going to need one, but I in fact need all 3 of these.
So just to name out, just to give you what we're getting into. So this is the Hellfire hot sauce.
Okay.
The Fiery Fool.
Okay.
the hottest sauce in the world without extract.
Okay.
Okay. This one here is at 550,000.
Okay. We started at 400. Now we're going to 550,000.
550,000
Okay.
with, by the way, I'm gonna do it. You don't have to. It's with an optional 2 million.
Okay.
Okay. So this is, you don't have to do this.
I have to do it if you're doing it.
Okay. So
You're doing it 4 times. I'm only doing it once, but I'm only putting a drop.
only a drop. Okay. So
Oh, that's more than a drop.
no, that's a lot. Actually, the first time I did it was by accident.
Luigi, you're trying to kill me over here.
No, there's no drop. A little.
Oh, there's not even a little thing on it to stop it from coming out.
Just no. You know what? Do this. Put it on
No,
the.
I'm not touching my finger.
Put it on the board, and then.
Oh, that's an idea. That's a good idea, but let me see if I can do this. Drop.
There you go.
That's it.
That's a drop. You got
That's a
it.
drop.
I have a few more drops. That's all.
All right.
We're good. We're good.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay.
Boy,
All right. We can do this.
we have to do this. I'm not ready yet. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Sure. No rush. Actually, trick is drink a little bit of milk, coat the back of your throat.
Oh,
and-
that is a good idea, but I'm going to go for the water first, and then I'll get to the milk.
Oh. Wow.
How are we doing on time? Are we okay?
No, we're good. We're great.
Okay, okay.
Oh, I'm not doing good on time. You're doing great on time. Okay, so last one, fiery fuel with the triple X. The triple X, by the way, it's called the Hot Ones, the Last App Triple X by Hedonist.
Okay. All right. I hope you send me all this information later so I can amaze my friends.
Oh, you're gonna get the entire video describing every hot sauce and the blowtorch and everything.
All right. Enough for stalling. Enough pushing it off. Let me pick it up. Let's go. All right.
Cheers.
Ready? Cheers. Cheers. They all have that same nasty flavor. Why would anybody do this to chicken wings? This is the revenge of the chickens, isn't it?
For all the things we do to chicken wings.
Oh, this is one of those that starts slow, isn't it? Oh,
This one starts
bad.
slowly, I have to admit.
It's got to be bad. I can still talk, so it's going to get really bad.
You want me to ask the question now?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right, great. Outside of work, any interesting hobbies or passion that you would like to share with all of us that you use to help maintain a work-life balance?
I swear, I took a bite of the 2 million, and I'm not feeling it right now. What's going on? How bad are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
The 502 million, what I've seen is that everybody says the Beyond Insanity is the worst, but that one's a late, give you a late shock.
Yeah,
So right now it's starting to like heat up a little bit.
I'm good, actually. I don't know what I did wrong, but I bit it. You saw.
Yeah, I saw
Okay.
you.
All right.
You took a nice.
All right. Just to show the folks at home.
I think the trick is the milk and
Yeah,
the
I
water.
think you're right. I think drinking that first must have helped because
I won't-
I spoke too soon.
That's actually not that bad.
It's not. It's okay. It's okay, but I do need more tissues. I got a pile of tissues here. Work-life balance. Work-life balance. Yeah, it's coming around. I knew it. See, spoke too soon.
This one here, what it's doing right now, it's burning my lips.
Is it?
Yeah.
This
I
one's
feel
burning my
it.
cheeks.
Yeah, I feel it.
I am so sick of yogurt right now, but I have to keep drinking it. Yeah.
It's hitting you.
I should have answered when my throat was clear. Waited too long.
It's actually not bad today.
Well, I guess this is part of work-life balance, right? This is kind of fun. A nice change from, writing emails.
I don't recommend it every day.
Well, you're doing it every day.
Well, this is just now. I'm going to stop. I'm taking a break after this.
Well, so fortunately, you know, if you have a great family, as we do, that helps. You know, my wife Dana and my daughter Sophia, my son Apollo, help me put work to the side for a while when I get home. Definitely keep that balance. Even our dog Athena, she needs her time too. We get to play. Sophia's in college, so she's kind of doing her own thing. But still, you know, she comes back home and we get to do things together, and that's great. My son is 9, and you know, he loves to play drums and do karate, and he wants Dad to do those things with him. So bad as I am at both, I like to, you know, join him when he's doing them. We've when I was in college, or actually even younger, and then after, when I was working at the agency when I was in my 20s, I dabbled a little bit in theater, and my son likes me to do all sorts of goofy characters, so I can, you know, give him a little bit of a Cookie Monster to answer questions, or this conversation with Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck. So I like to think, you know, I kind of liked exploring theater.
By the way, my mouth is on fire right now.
Is it?
Yes. No.
I'm sorry.
No, it hit.
I'm so sorry. Do you need?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. I'm working through it, but I guess maybe it's not hitting me. Maybe the thing helped. Plus, you put a lot on of the 2 million.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea.
So, you know, I'll have a conversation with, you know, maybe Cookie Monster wanting to answer question. Paulo, what is your, you know, what do you want to know? You know, that kind of thing. Or, man, what's up, Dak? You know, or, you know, well, Thuffer and Thuckatash is actually, you know, what's his name? Tweety Bird, Sylvester. But, you know, Daffy's always, I'm rich, I'm wealthy, I'm independent, you know, that kind of thing.
Adam, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Those are really like spot on.
So you know, I was like, as I was saying, you know, I dabble in theater a little bit, like to perform. And I'm performing for an audience of 1 or maybe 2 if my wife is, you know, in the room too, and so we definitely have some fun with that. So it definitely can help, you know, divert attention away from work, even though we're working from home, and so the hours might stretch beyond, you know, the typical 9 to 5 or 7 to 3 or whatever. You might be, you know, taking a couple hours at 3 o'clock because you need to pick up something and then get back to work at 5 o'clock and do things for a while longer, that kind of thing. But it definitely helps, that kind of balance. And that's one of the things we are hoping is, you know, fingers crossed, going to continue when we're all back to normal. Is, you know, maybe having some of that flexibility still, so that folks can maybe get a little bit more done in their home time. Still get the work done, of course, maybe spread the day a little longer so that they can take a couple extra breaks in the middle. But, you know, it helps productivity all around. And I don't think anybody, I know this kind of talking about an earlier question, but it's still, you know, I don't think anybody's complaining about the fact that their commute got cut down from, you know, 3 hours a day to maybe 3 minutes a day, or, you know, 30 seconds a day. So that 3 hours that everybody gets back is, or, you know, whatever it is definitely helped people. So
No, fantastic.
Help with that balance.
No, it's great. It's great, Adam. Good to hear. You know, nice for sharing it with everybody. And
my pleasure.
It's a good thing that everybody should be aware of. Like, you know, work is great, but you know, got to find that balance too.
You do. It can be a struggle sometimes. I'm not gonna, you know, pretend like it's not. I mean, you know, work. You definitely can get involved with a lot of big projects, especially. And I know you guys. You know, we get. I don't know what the time demands are for you, but I think they're probably, sometimes they can be more, and for us sometimes they can be more. You know, when we have big events going on, like, maybe not projects, but like if there's a natural disaster, hurricane, earthquake, or not earthquakes here, but hurricanes, or you know, Hurricane Sandy, we were, you know, going every day for, you know, weeks, you know, to get things done, to take care of people and, you know, make things better for folks that live in New York City. So it helps, and we're happy to do that, but it definitely helps to have that work-life balance if you've got it, and to work toward that.
Fantastic. That's actually our last question.
Yeah. Wow.
I do want to say that that eating all these hot sauces prevents allergies too. I'm trying to sell this.
Oh, okay. You got it. They got to do what you can.
Oh,
I hope it worked.
Adam.
I hope we entertained the audience.
Adam, you're a great sport. I really appreciate
pleasure, Luigi. Thank Thank you.
coming on to the the interview and entertaining our 2021 IT Northeast District meeting.
Thanks to you and to ITE for putting this together. This has been really great, and it's been really my pleasure and my honor to join you. So thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.